Hello and welcome to the Riccio Werkstatt. Riccio in Italian means hedgehog and this movement is the Riccio greeting. Today we're gonna talk about 10 accessories to use with Neocolor. If you watch until the end, I'm gonna show you two more bonus accessories that you can use when you're drawing with Neocolors. So we start with the first one. The first one is a mat or a panel. So I have, for example, this cutting mat, which I can use, or a wooden panel, and you can use it for fixing your paper or taping your paper down, and then you can bring it around and it makes the drawing portable like this. And this leads to the second accessory, which is washi tape. So the second accessory that you can use is a very soft washi tape like this. This is by Tesa. This other one I bought it on Gerstecker. Or I have also this like narrower washi tape, and it's very convenient because you can use it like this or like this and then draw. It leaves a nice border, and you see you can peel it off without damaging the paper. And this applies for this too as well. You have to be you have to be a bit careful, but it's a very good option. Third accessory, a rag. So you can do this in many different ways. What I like to use is this sleeve of an old pullover, and when I'm drawing I can put it like on the drawing and then put my hand on top of it so that I don't smudge the color of the drawing and I don't get dirty. And what you can also use are, for example, old t-shirts, tear them apart and make some rags, old bed sheets, or there are even, for example, gloves like these that you can use. These are just cotton gloves or other protective gloves. I haven't tried them yet. Usually I'm fine with this one. And what you can also use otherwise is just a paper, a tissue, and do like this. And this rag or tissue is useful also if you have, for example, a Neocolor which is a bit dirty. You can clean it up before using it so that you have a clean, pure color when you're drawing. Fourth accessory is a sharpener. So Neocolor, as you see, they are wax pastels, and basically you can use the whole of it. You don't have to sharpen like pencils where you have a wood case. So theoretically you don't have to sharpen them. If you want to have a point, like a tip, you can use a sharpener and get a nice sharp tip so that you can draw some details or so. I like to use this one because it has a box where it collects all the crumbles, and if you want you can also reuse the crumbles, for example, to smudge them like this, to smash them, or to do some kind of watercolor effect with Neocolor II. Neocolor II is water soluble, so you see they are reusable. And it's nice to collect them. Otherwise, if you don't know how to use them, I just collect them into a glass jar, and then eventually at some point I will get an idea on how to use them. Then next we have a tray. So this is another nice accessory. Usually when I draw with Neocolor, I like to draw with a limited palette, with a restricted palette. So usually I select 10 pastels, and I just paint with them. And it's nice to like put them into this tray, the ones that you selected, so that they stay where they are. They don't make anything else dirty, and they don't just run away. Then number 6, a palette. So this is an accessory by Caran, and it has two faces, two sides. One side which is really without any texture or structure, and then the other side which is a bit rougher. And this side, which is a bit rougher, is useful to mix colors, Neocolor II in this case, to make them, to create a new color out of two colors that you have. Here we're mixing yellow with black, so you can just put them onto this palette, and you see this texture captures the color really well. And then with a brush you can dissolve the colors, mix them together, and then apply them to your support. This is a really nice addition. I don't use the watercolor effect that much, but it's really good also just, you know, to explore what kind of color you get if you mix two existing colors. For example, would you have thought that mixing yellow and black gives this kind of olive black? I didn't know this, and it's nice to discover it in this way. And for people who like to use this watercolor effect, yeah, it's the way to go. Then next accessory number 7, a water brush. A water brush. Why would you want to have one? First of all, what is it? What is a water brush? I have these water brushes by Caran, and they are basically brushes with a water tank, a small water tank, and they are available in these 3 different types. There are also from other brands, but I have these ones. And how they function is like this. So you have some water, you fill up the tank, and then you press this button, and what happens is that water starts flowing out of this brush, and then you can dissolve your color again. For example, if you want to use some yellow there, and then press, and then you have again this watercolor effect of Neocolor II. They are kind of useful because you could also just pack this into your backpack if you're drawing outside, and you don't need to bring any water with you. Or if you have a water bottle, it's just enough to pick up a bit of water into this brush, and then you have watercolors the possibility of using this watercolor effect wherever you are. So it's a really nice addition. Then, accessory number 8. This accessory is called, the technical name is fixed pencil. Is a pencil holder or pastel holder, and you see it's also by Caran. I have 4 of them, and they are useful for 2 reasons. So first of all, Neocolor you can get quite dirty with Neocolor. So if you don't like having dirty hands, you can just plug this into this pencil holder, and you have a clean grip, cleaner grip, let's say. And then you can change the color like this. Then the second reason is that Neocolor, you can use the whole of it. So when you're left with such a small piece of Neocolor, you can plug it into this pencil holder, and you see it's still, it makes it easier to use it until the end, to use up the whole Neocolor stick. If you don't have one, I advise you to get one. It's really convenient, and it helps a lot when you're dealing with these smaller pieces, and also when you don't want to get dirty. Then another accessory is a paper stamp. So I've got these ones. This one I did it on my own. There are plenty of videos on the internet where they show you how to do them on your own, or you can just buy them. And I like them because so when I put down the Neocolor onto the paper, with this one you can kind of blend it out, and it creates a really nice texture, a nice finish. And other advantage, you could do this with the finger, but using this one, using the paper stamp, you don't get dirty. And finally, the 10th accessory is fixative. So you can use this to fix your colors, your drawings with Neocolors. You don't really have to, but you can. It makes them a bit more protected. What you can use this for is also, for example, lay a first layer and then spray some fixative on top, and then go with the second layer. And this is like a new start. It's like having a new sheet of paper on top. So it can be useful for that. And then we have 2 bonus accessories. The first bonus accessory is this sponge. This sponge is super good at cleaning up. So if you have crumbles of Neocolor going all over the place and sticking to objects, this one is quite good. It absorbs the color quite well. Attention, it can be a bit abrasive. You wouldn't think that, but it can be a bit abrasive. But also for cleaning the table, it's really good. And finally, the other bonus accessory is some kind of bag where you can put in all your stuff if you want to do a drawing session outside. So you can have your cutting mat, your paper stamps, your tape, your pencil holders, your water brush, what else? This, no, maybe you don't need it if you're outside, but this one, the sharpener, the rag, and the colors, obviously, in a box of colors, and also the palette if you want to. So, these were my 10 accessories to use with Neocolor, Neocolor I, Neocolor II. The water-soluble part applies to Neocolor II, which are water-soluble wax pastels. I hope it was useful. Let me know if you know if you're gonna use some of them. And now it's time to say goodbye from the Rich Werkstatt, and I'll see you in the next video.